And I wish autumn would bring some cold weather along with those pumpkins. But
autumn is not here yet because the license plates have not yet changed colors. We're waiting for that. That's when it officially arrives. We've got some storms. You can hear them outside right now. And if you're throughout most of our viewing area, you're hearing them on outside with a lot of positive strikes. Let's take a look at how today was. Other than that, not bad this morning, early afternoon. Wasn't until about 5 o'clock that they started coming in Charlotte County and southern Sarasota. And they've just done nothing but increase in coverage area and dampened most of the area ever since. Currently at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport, thunderstorms in progress. The temperature 88 at the top of the hour. I think it's probably cooler than that right now by the time they take the next observation. Dew point 73. Our high this afternoon, a warm 93 degrees. Last night's low 73. You can see the averages and the records for this date. Let's take a look at where those storms were coming from. Down over southeast Florida, a lot of moisture surging during the afternoon in our direction. And it's going to be with us for another hour or so before we start to dry out. You can see a lot of lightning down there in Charlotte County and southern Sarasota County from these storms spreading. Just look how broadly that coverage area grew during the afternoon. And right over the heart of Sarasota, we have a fairly strong storm with lots of lightning. Please stay indoors during these storms because these bolts could be deadly, especially these blue positive ones. And we've already had 210 lightning strikes just within this red box area. Positive strikes, the powerful, most dangerous ones, 34 so far. Well, this is a beautiful storm. Matthew is a classic, beautiful spiraling storm, but what it could do to the Greater Antilles is probably not going to be very pretty because it is still a Category 4 storm, winds 145 miles an hour. The eye has remained intact. You can see it right there, starting now to drift more in a northwesterly direction. It'll eventually shift to more northerly overnight. And some had thought that the eye would collapse and another one would form out around that outer band there, but it's remaining intact, so it's showing no signs of significant weakening, although it's dropped 5 miles an hour in the maximum sustained wind since this time yesterday. Hurricane warnings in effect for Haiti, eastern Cuba, and Jamaica. Category 4 force winds are likely over Haiti, but it's the rainfall on the dirty side of that storm coming in right on through Monday into Tuesday that could cause devastating floods. We've been talking about that for a couple of days. It weakens to Category 3 over the Bahamas and then Category 2 off the Atlantic coast late in the week. We are still outside the cone of uncertainty, so if this predicted path remains, we should not have any significant influences on the Gulf Coast, but they could have storm surge tides along the Atlantic coast. Not a lot of rain from this. This is the European model's forecast of rainfall between now and Friday as the storm passes well to the east of us. Anywhere from 1.5 inches to maybe 2.5 inches of rain along the Atlantic coast. But it's the onshore winds that could cause the greatest problems, especially up around Jacksonville, St. Augustine, down to the Kennedy Space Center, Georgia, and South Carolina. We will have to watch that very closely. People along the Atlantic coast could still have problems. We here on the Gulf Coast should not. Here's our futurecast showing a front to the north of us. It'll go stationary before it gets here. Tomorrow afternoon, more storms over the area. Typical weather pattern for this time of year, and then by Wednesday the winds will pick up as Matthew nears. If you're heading out on the water tomorrow, look for east winds turning northerly in the afternoon to 10 knots, seas 2 feet or less. Great day tomorrow. Weather should not be that great for boating by Wednesday and Thursday, though. UV index at the beach 60. Here's my forecast for tonight. Thunderstorms will end overnight. Our low temperature is 74, and the 7-day outlook shows that it will turn breezy come Wednesday and Thursday with a fairly good chance of showers, just not terribly heavy, and then things calm down across all of Florida as Matthew passes by next weekend. Adam?